RG7 and EC7. Regular is represented by the colour black, number 7 and code RG7. Regular foods are normal, everyday foods that require a lot of chewing, lip and tongue movement to break down into smaller and moistened pieces that can be swallowed. It may include foods that are hard, crunchy, tough, chewy, fibrous, stringy, and crumbly. A person on a regular diet has no restrictions to the foods they can eat. It includes foods such as tough meat, toast, hard lollies, nuts, lettuce, and tomato skins. Toast is classified as regular food as it requires a lot of chewing and moisture to break it down and make it safe to swallow. Easy to chew, EC7, is different to regular RG7. Easy to chew foods are easily cut with the side of a fork. Easy to chew foods are normal, everyday foods that are soft in texture. They may be naturally tender or modified to a tender texture with cooking. A person may require this diet if they find hard and/or chewy foods difficult or painful to chew and swallow. The person is usually unable to chew hard and firm textures. They may have limited teeth, poorly fitting dentures, or simply due to age prefer easier to chew foods. Easy to chew is represented by the colour black, number 7 and code EC7. For example, carrots in their raw form are regular RG7, yet when cooked become easy to chew EC7. Easy to chew foods do not include hard, tough, chewy, fibrous, stringy, crunchy, or crumbly bits, pips, seeds, or fibrous parts of fruit and bones. Easy to chew foods may be served whole and has no particle size restrictions. The pieces can be any size. The food does not have to be cut unless this is the person's choice or preference. For example, they have trouble cutting up their food. Easy to chew foods may include dual consistencies or mixed consistencies, which is foods and liquids together. For example, 2 fruits and juice. If unsafe for level 0 thin, the liquid portion could be thickened to the recommended thickness level. Well, how do you know if a food is easy to chew? There are 2 critical tests to use if a food is easy to chew. 1, the food must be able to break apart easily with the side of a dinner fork, and 2, pass the fork pressure test. The fork pressure test is when a sample of the size of about your thumbnail, which is 1.5 by 1.5 centimetres, is pressed with the prongs of a dinner fork to a pressure where the thumbnail blanches white. The sample squashes, breaks apart, changes shape, and will not return to its original shape. To understand ITSE, get familiar with what the fork does to the food. For meat and fish, using tender cuts of meat and cooking until tender will make it easy to chew. With fish, make sure it can break apart into small pieces with the side of a fork. For fruit, make sure it's soft enough to cut with the side of a fork. Harder fruits would need to be stewed to soften them. Vegetables, steam or boil vegetables until tender. Peas and corn are not easy to chew. They have a casing that cannot easily cut with the side of a fork, therefore are classed as regular RG7. Bread and toast. Bread requires a lot of chewing and saliva to break it down into smaller pieces to make it safe to swallow. Bread has been associated with higher incidence of choking. Some breads do not pass both tests for easy to chew. Bread can be hard to easily cut with the side of a fork. Easy to chew foods may include bread. Please consult your speech pathologist to ensure bread is okay for someone on easy to chew. If providing bread on easy to chew, avoid the crust and ensure soft sandwiches are served with easy to chew fillings. Toast does not pass the fork pressure test and does not easily cut with the side of a fork. Hence, it is not an easy to chew food option.